Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2020 inductee, Tony Watson. Anthony Wayne Watson was born on September 27, 1965 in Boaz to Julia Diamond Watson, a 1960 Boaz High School graduate. His father is deceased. Tony spent all 12 years, both elementary and secondary, in Boaz schools. Tony entered Boaz High as a freshman in the fall of 1979. While a student at BHS, he was very involved. He was editor of The Patronage, the school newspaper. He was president of the Career Club and was in the Math Club and Science Club. He was inducted into the National Honor Society, and he was selected as most talented in his senior Who's Who. Tony participated in ROTC and was a member of the BHS track team. He graduated from Boaz High in 1983. Tony was awarded an Air Force ROTC scholarship and attended Boston University in Boston, Massachusetts, where he double majored in history and religion with a concentration in Islamic studies. After that, he entered a dual degree program and earned a Master of Arts in Middle Eastern History in 1990. During his college years, Tony learned Arabic and American Sign Language. Additionally, he volunteered at Rosie's Place, an inner-city shelter for homeless and battered women, was president of the Boston University Lesbian-Gay Alliance, and became chairman of Boston's Ward 8 Democratic Committee. Tony also worked at Boston City Hall as a civil rights investigator for the Boston Fair Housing Commission and the Commission for Persons with Disabilities. In his job as housing tester for the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights, he provided valuable testimony against banks and mortgage lenders charged with racial discrimination. His affidavits in a racial discrimination case resulted in the largest settlement to date in the history of Boston. He also provided technical assistance to business owners on compliance with the American with Disabilities Act. His civil rights work inspired him to go to law school at Northeastern University in 1993. During law school, Tony clerked for a small litigation firm in Juneau, Alaska, and an international law firm in Paris, France, where he worked on a case against the government of Libya at the International Chamber of Commerce Court of Arbitration. He studied international law and international business in France and graduated in 1997 with a Juris Doctor and a Master of Business Administration from Northeastern University. Although Tony is licensed to practice law in Florida and Massachusetts, his career took him to the Middle East. He has worked as an international lawyer in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Oman, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait since 1999. Tony earned a postgraduate diploma in Islamic banking and insurance in 2009. He specializes in international business transactions and corporate finance, and he has authored numerous articles on Islamic banking, Middle East commerce, and Palestinian human rights. He has served on the board of directors of the American Business Council of Oman and represented the American Business Councils of the Gulf Cooperation Council as a lobbyist in Washington, D.C. Currently, Tony serves as Chief Legal Officer of the Al Ghanim Group, one of the largest multinational conglomerates in Kuwait. Academically, Tony has been both a teacher and a student. He has served as adjunct professor of Islamic history at the University of South Florida and an adjunct professor of business ethics at the American University of Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. In 2003, Tony continued his religious studies, studying Buddhism at the court of His Holiness the Dalai Lama in Dharamshala, India, and he remains an advocate for the rights of Tibetans. In 2018, he smuggled a bottle of holy water blessed by the Dalai Lama to a Buddhist nun in Tibet. Tony continues his education by traveling extensively, learning new languages, and studying animal behavior. He is interested in languages, religious art, and wildlife. He learned the art of horse whispering at Monty Roberts' Flag Is Up Ranch in Solvang, California. Tony is engaged to Dr. Mohammed Azzedine Samlani, a Moroccan fashion model who recently graduated from dental school in Dakar, Senegal. Tony lives with his cat, Patrick, who was rescued from a garbage dump, and his puppy, Bella, who was rescued from an animal shelter. If and when he retires from the practice of law, Tony hopes to write, teach, foster disadvantaged children, and spend more time with endangered species such as gorillas and elephants. Ladies and gentlemen, Boaz High School Wall of Fame Class of 2020 inductee, Tony Watson.